Alright, what's going on, guys? Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm trying to get a bot to join the chat for us. So, when you see a bot join Twitch chat, then we'll be doing all right. Bear with me just a moment, guys. Yeah, I don't think this thing is going to join our chat. Take a look really quick. Try one more thing here, guys. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna join. That's okay though, guys. Not a big deal. We'll try one more thing. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna work, guys. That's okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. Let me see if I can get you guys over here. Everyone's doing great today. So we are going to do a pilot to ATC flight from... where are we going? LAX to Miami. Welcome to Miami. So this is going to be a pretty long flight, guys. Hope everyone's tucked in, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get started. New flight. Of course, we're going to fly Southwest in 1465. I don't think I've departed KLAX before. But we'll set our departure time for 4 o'clock. And everything else looks okay. Go ahead and generate this flight. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty long flight, guys. Hope you're tucked in. All right. So let's see. Now with this, should pull in my flight plan. Let's double check. Oh yeah, 4.5 hour flight. This is going to be a good one. We're going to be offline for this one, guys. Looks good though. Go ahead and file that. Okay. You guys should be seeing the new toolbar up top, which is a wonderful addition. It'll look better once we get into full screen mode, but for now, guys, just know that little map there is going to show you a map of our flight with satellite view the entire time. It's going to be pretty nice. And you're going to also get constant details about the flight on the top banner there with our route, our ground speed, our knots, our vertical speed, altimeter, our heading. Right now we're offline, but when we are on VATSIM, it will show us on VATSIM our estimated time until we get to our airport. Pretty much everything here, guys. Looks good. So what we're going to do is we're going to, and that's why I haven't been streaming in a while. I've been working hard trying to get this looking good for you guys. We're going to take this pretty serious though. Even though we're going to be flying offline and we're not going to be flying with VATSIM, we're going to start checking our charts before we leave for departure, our SID and our STAR for arrival when we're in the air before we start to descend. Because we want to follow rules, guys. I want to follow the rules. So, and I haven't really been doing that. I haven't been checking my charts, even when I've been flying VATSIM. So, we're going to check our charts. We're going to make sure we're not exceeding any kind of airspeed or altitude or anything like that. I think I called that an altimeter earlier, and it's actually the altitude up at the top. But either way, guys, let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can't get a flight going. Now, first thing we want to do is go ahead and set up our pilot to ATC. Jeez. Sorry about that, guys. Usually I will try to mute myself before I cough. Give me just a moment. Wow. I'm sneezing and coughing and everything. Okay, we're going to go ahead and import our flight plan. Should be down at the bottom, 11.6, LAX to Miami. Hope everyone's doing great today. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. Okay, it's still importing. We have actually got an app now that will show us the METAR of the airports, not just the airport near that we're flying out of, or the airport that we're arriving to, but the nearest airports, as well as historical data as well. It's a pretty good app, guys. It's called XEnviro. You'll see it when we get inside. Anyway, here is our route. Let's see, we are flying to Dots Sierra 2. Dots Sierra 2 for our SID. I'm flying out of 24 left. Another reason I wanted to fly offline today, guys, and fly with Pilot to ATC. The last time we tried Pilot to ATC, it crashed our Steam Deck. First time I've ever had a crash on my Steam Deck since I got it. Literally, this thing has been almost flawless. It's a great item. I know a lot of my viewers, if you are watching, you're watching because you're anticipating getting a Steam Deck. You're kind of seeing what the possibilities are. Don't hesitate. Go ahead and pull the trigger. It's worth every penny. No matter which one you get, whether you get the 64 gig version or the 512, doesn't really matter. Just get one. It'll be the best $400 you have ever spent. And guys, I am not, and 400 plus, whatever you decide to get. Just to let you know, guys, we are running on the 256 gig version. You know what? Let's take a moment. Now, I don't want to show you guys everything. Let's see if we can mute the screen for a moment, but let me see if I can show you guys. Because I'm sure it would be interesting. Bear with me just a moment. Again, guys, I just don't want you guys to see my entire details of everything here. You know what? I think you guys can see this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you back over. Okay, just wanted to show you guys the information here. So, doesn't really give us many details. It's a custom APU that's on this thing. Let's see, 16 gigs of installed RAM, which is amazing. Hopefully you guys can't take anything from that and steal something from me. Just kind of seeing if there's anything else it would show you guys. Touch support. There's really nothing here that's going to show you guys that this is a Steam Deck, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. It's definitely a Steam Deck. Hopefully that should give you a big clue. 2.8 gigahertz custom APU from AMD. That is what Steam Decks come with. And this AMD APU, GPU/CPU is amazing. This thing is great. I can't celebrate it enough. It's so great. I just thought I would show you guys that. I know we're kind of detracting away from what we're supposed to be doing. Let's see. We are 24 left. 24 left. I'm assuming that's the active runway. We're going to listen to our ATIS, obviously. And what was our SID? It was dots Sierra 2. Dots Sierra 2. We have a transition. C. Henry. All right. Okay. For our star, we are Frogs 3 with a Gauks transition. And 8 right. Now, I'm kind of hopeful. I don't know how this is going to work with let me go ahead and set this up before I forget it. It was Frogs 3, Gauks, I think. Yeah, Frogs 3, Gauks. Minimum cruise altitude is 35,000. Do a constraint and consider deleting the start or using a different one. Let's kind of go through here and check. It's an altitude restriction between 6 and 6,000 feet, 60,000 feet. I mean, and then 18 to 45. But we'll be at flight level 350 by then. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to look this up, guys, and see. Is this just something wrong with this app and it's just not reading my star correctly? Or is there something I'm missing? Because everything looks to appear okay. Anyway, again, we're going to, was it 8 right? ILS 8 right. And instead of, well, we'll take vectors because we may get vectored in with pilot to ATC. I'm not sure. At worst case scenario, we can change it while we're in the air. I'm not worried about that. So let's validate the route. Okay. Let's jump back into Flight Sim. Let's head over to LAX. Where is LAX? Not a custom. We are actually going to go ahead and load our flight plan. I'm going to pull it from here. Now oh wait, no, we're not going from Philly. Sorry, guys. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Now, there is a small problem here, guys. I do believe I was working on this last night or the day before, probably both days, and I think I had this set to load to where the aircraft's ready to go. It's not in cold and dark. If that's the situation, guys, we are going to go ahead and switch that up really quick. And we aren't going to be staying in, we are going to be switching over to full screen mode soon. While we're in full screen mode, I've got this set up kind of perfectly to where you'll see the FPS that we're running at in the top left corner. You can kind of see it now hid behind the route, but it'll look great once we get in full screen mode, as well as the map and everything else. So just stick in there, guys. Eventually this stuff will start to load up and look good. And hey, if not, this is the first time I'm trying it. So we'll, you know, take it as it comes. Can always troubleshoot on the fly, but hopefully all this stuff just kind of works out for us. Now, this app that I'm using that gives us all these details on the top banner, it gives you a lot more details. However, oh, you see how it refreshed there, guys? And we're looking at satellite view on the map. So the idea with this is I would like to get to a point where I pull up Navigraph, but I'm pulling Navigraph up for charts. And I'm not pulling it up to follow the flight plan. Because I feel like this other app can just, we can still get a map and we can still follow the flight plan and we can see a visual of where we're at. But I feel like I can still, for example, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So I can pull up Navigraph, right? And it can be over in this side of the screen. So that way everyone can still see what I'm pulling up here. But also we've got, you know, our nice visual over in the top left. So, and I'm going to start using Navigraph for what it was meant to be used for. So if we look up LAX, for example, and just say no thanks down here, and we pull this up. So now we can check out our taxi, of course. We can check out our SID. So we were taking, what was our SID that we were taking? I don't even remember now. It was dots 3, dots 2. So here is our SID. So now we can actually take a look and not only see where we're at in the SID, but we can also see, like, you know, the things that we need to be seeing, like our limitations, like our altitude limitations. We need to be below 3,000 here. We need to be below 5,000 here. There's no speed limitations on this chart if we're taking this dots 2. But then when we get to dots 2 over here, it's 15,000. So, oh, I want you to get a little bit bigger. And doesn't look like there's any other speed restrictions or altitude restrictions. So, there's some other things that are very, oh, come on, what's going on here? Some other things that are very important on these charts. What they tell you in the very beginning at the top. It does require takeoff minimums. So we're going to have to set takeoff minimums for ground speed. Let's see. We are flying out of, what was it? 24 left. So we're going to need to climb heading 251 to 640 and then climb direct to cross Delray at or below 3,000. And then on track to heading 256 to cross NA at or below 5,000, then on to pick the route, cross dots. So these are all things that we truly need to be following, and we just haven't been following them, you know. And it's the same for when we do our approach, depending on, you know, whether ATC changes our RNAV or not. But if we stay on our current star and runway, then we can, you know, while we're in route, we can do the same thing that we're doing right now. We can do a search for KMIA, and we can pull up the charts for KMIA. And we can do the exact same thing again, you know, except for star pattern this time. So our star was, maybe if I can see it here. Oh no. Oh no. Go away. Let's see. Having trouble. It was frogs. And see, this shows you, you know, when you get close, you coming in through, I think it was Gawks was our transition. So we're going to be coming in through here. And then by the time we get to our waypoint plows, we need to be at flight level 340. And then you see there are speed restrictions here. We need to be at 280 knots when we get to this waypoint. We need to be in between flight level 210 and 280 about here, etc. And it kind of guides you in. Once again, guys, we really have not been following these charts. And these charts are so important on VATSIM. So I'm going to start flying correctly, whether I'm online or offline for VATSIM. Just want you guys to know that. So really quick though, guys, you see how the plane's running right now? We need to change that. So that's what we're going to do right now. Change the state back to cold and dark. And we're going to do a quick restart. Hope everyone's having a great day today, though. But I've been thinking about it, you know, guys, if you're gonna watch my stream and you're gonna try to get something out of it, I want you to get how to fly correctly. I don't want to shortcut things. Now, one thing I've changed is you'll notice you're not going to see any other checklists. We're done with checklists, guys. I'm not going to pull up any more checklists. If you want to watch a flight where someone goes through the checklist, you know, there's plenty of other YouTube flights for that. We're not going to do that. I know how to fly, so we're just going to kind of move it forward. Because honestly, checklists are really annoying. Number one, when you know, you're pretty sure that you caught everything. The only point of them is for redundancy, especially the tests and things like that. As we go along, guys, and as we get better at this game, then we will start running tests. We will start following checklists, maybe not pulling them up on screen for you guys, but still following them. Remember, I don't know if you guys you can't see me right now, but you can probably hear this. I've got pieces of paper with a clipboard of checklists. So if we want to go through checklists, I can still go through checklists. I just don't have to show you guys the checklist that we're going through, but we can still go through them and call them out. And especially when we start to turn on failures on the aircraft, which we will turn them on eventually. Once we get to that point, guys, we are going to want to do our checklist to make sure everything's working pre-flight. So, but with failures turned off, and remember, guys, this is not real life. We're running a game. There's no chance that anything's going to go wrong, so there's no point in me testing oxygen. Honestly, there's really no point in testing oxygen anyway, because I'm not going to run out of air. But what I did find, guys, with this game, again, kudos to Microsoft for kind of making this realistic somewhat. But if you don't set your cabin pressure prior to takeoff, and you get above, I think it's 10,000, I can't remember where it really starts to thin out. But if you start to go up, your screen will actually start flashing black. You'll start fading to black in a way. And it's kind of cool because that's kind of real life. You'll pass out from lack of oxygen. So kudos for that. But either way, guys, yeah, we'll kind of focus on all that as we go along later. Let's go ahead and get this going. So guys, I'm not even going to focus on ground power here. We're just going to try to see if we can get this bad boy going off the APU. So we're just going to go ahead and go for it. We're going to turn on our fuel pumps. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get the, come on. Mouse is a little tricky here sometimes, guys. All right, there we go. See if we can get the APU going. So this pre-flight may take a little bit of time, guys. Just be patient because we're going to go through and we're going to make sure we read our charts and we understand where ATC is going, taking us to, if they're going to vector us on takeoff, whatever. We'll kind of go from there. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn on our gen for the APU. We'll go ahead and turn on our heat. And turn on the bleed for the APU. Okay. Let's come up and turn nav for our instruments. Did you not register? See, this thing's kind of funny sometimes. Whatever, though. It's not a big deal. Okay, is everything going? I believe so. Turn some lights on. Okay. We will set our altitude. It has us going to flight level 330. However, that's wrong. That's wrong. Because I did see in our chart we're going up to 350. So we're going to go ahead and set 350 as our flight level. We can obviously change this. And let's see. Remember, guys, remember how I showed you guys last stream how we checked for landing altitude for our pressurization? So, we need to go to our charts. And we are looking for LAX. And we are going to be flying out of runway, was it 8 right? 24 left, way off, guys. 24 left. Where are we at? 24 left. So looking for 24 left. Okay, here's the chart. So this should tell us our altitude. Technically, it would be this touchdown zone elevation, which is 123. But 128, 123, you're not going to be able to get it that exact anyway. So you just come to the closest thing you can get it. Which is going to be... we'll go with 150. It's either 150 or 100, but I feel like it's closer to 150. Okay, let's go ahead and set up our FMC. Ah, geez, guys, let's see if I can hook my phone up to this app. Just kind of let you guys know what we're doing. We are setting our position. Oh, geez. I don't even know what that is. That's really weird looking. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set our route, which we are leaving from KLAX as our origin. We can put 24 left for runway. Honestly, we don't know yet if that's going to be our runway. We need to find out from ATC what the active runway is. And obviously, you know, get it from them. Then we're going to KMIA. Alright, request. We're departing 24 left with dots 2, Scenery. Where were we going? I keep forgetting. I have a horrible memory. Let's see if it will let me. Well, let's finish what we were doing. Alright, we're flying to 8 right via Frogs. Galts. There we go. We're getting our route uplink uploading. Hopefully it's going to pull our weather as well. Okay. We're going to be setting flaps for 10. Let's pull this a random. Keep forgetting where this is. If it's actions, payload. We're going to just set random. Alright. And that leaves us a gross weight of 141.3. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. 141.3. And TOCG 24.2. 24.2. I said 24.2, right? Okay. Now, honestly, guys, I should be seeing my V1, VR, and V2. Route looks great. Actually, no, it doesn't. Oh, I didn't see what that said. Let's see if we can pull in wins first, guys. Oh, is it not going to let us pull in wins? That's okay. Oh, there's the wind up link. Just takes it a while, guys. I need to be patient. Some restrictions. We're going to approach those restrictions when we get close. Let's take a look at our route. I really can't, though. It's alright. Keep our eye on weather. We're fine, guys. Alright, so let's see. Turn on our emergency seats. Turn on fasten seat belts. We're going to go ahead and call for IFR clearance. I think we're ready. Okay, so let's go back to Pilot to ATC. Let's file. Oh, need to connect first. I don't want the heavy call sign. Let's see. I'm gonna have to disconnect. Let's go into our config. And where's the heavy? Heavy. Let me check that. Okay. Oh yeah. Discord is open again, guys. I'm not sure if you guys want to jump in there. I just wanted to let you guys know that. I'll jump in there right now. Oh my goodness, get out of here. Alright, there we go. So guys, we're in Discord if you guys want to join the chat there. Why is it still saying heavy? I can't delete that, can I? Oh boy, guys. I know you guys are going to hate me, but we're going to close this program and try to reopen it. Be real, man. But let's like calm down on the language, man. Another instance is already running. No, it's not. I shut it down. Well, guys, I thought this bot was going to join us, but it's okay. It would have been nice because you guys could have asked in chat. Here, let me show you what you could do. Let's see, streaming, config. So you guys could put these Twitch commands in, like !route, and it would display the active flight plan. You could prediction for landing rate, departure airport, arrival airport, ETA, current METAR. Honestly, you guys don't even need any of this anyway, because you can see it all at the top of the screen up here. You can see the flight plan up here at the top, KLAX to MIA. You don't need to predict anything. And you can see the departure airport, obviously LAX. You can see the arrival airport, obviously MIA. You can see the ETE here. And the METAR, we're going to show you guys what that looks like anyway. In fact, I'll give you guys a quick hint here. Got a little app here. It's called XEnviro. Neat little app, guys. Oh, geez. You need to run the app for it to work. It's a great little app, guys. Alright, you should be seeing that it's operating now. What are you doing? Oh no, does this mean I have to have this thing started before? Oh boy, guys, let's hope this thing pops up. I really don't want to be restarting again. Oh god. That's what it's looking like though. Guys, I apologize. I truly apologize. We're gonna have to restart everything all over again. Isn't that horrible? So upset. We've been streaming for 51 minutes, guys. 51 minutes, and we're starting all over again. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna take a break before we get this started. But I actually have to shut this whole thing down and restart it, I think. Because I was supposed to have this other thing running prior to this running. Oh, jeez. This thing's still running, right? Yeah. But you guys can kind of take a glimpse here at just how many mods I'm running. Just on the Steam Deck alone. You know, we're not even talking about my streaming computer, the computer that I'm actually streaming from. But just on the computer that's or the Steam Deck that's running. I mean, just take a look at this, guys. Look at all this stuff. This is all stuff running in the background with the Steam Deck. And it's running great. Again, first time it's ever failed on me. Crazy. Okay, guys. What we're going to do is go ahead and start Flight Simulator, and I'll take a small break while it's loading. Just want to let you guys know something else. On the Steam Deck, just running in, again, we're running in Windows, obviously. We're not running on SteamOS, which you can run this on SteamOS, but you just can't run any mods because it's a cloud-based version of Flight Sim. But you are going to get this message that says your computer does not meet the minimum requirements. And it's just the way it is with the Steam Deck. There's really no way around it. But you guys have seen for yourself first-hand witnesses that this game can be run on the Steam Deck and run great with mods attached to it. And we're going to prove today with Pilot to ATC that we don't need VATSIM. We can run another program for our ATC, an offline application, and still have a complete flight with the Steam Deck with no issues. Guys, this is a long flight. This is going to take until 9 o'clock tonight. Not to mention, I have another stream, a poker stream, and I'm probably going to stream on that tonight as well after this. So I've got back-to-back jobs, I guess you could say, with this. But stick around, guys. I'm going to have a good time. Worked really hard last night and actually this past week on trying to make the stream look a little bit better, a little more cohesive. And this stream alone, I really haven't spent much time at all on my poker stream because my poker stream is already established. But I'm trying to, you know, spend every day to make this better and better for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I did see we got a subscriber while I wasn't streaming. Guys, thank you so much for following and subscribing. The only thing I'll say is try to watch the stream and follow while you're on the stream, because I have, you know, stream elements set up to where you get a little notification. You guys can add messages. Actually, I think that's only if you tip. But speaking of that, I was going to change something really quick. Let's see if I can do this. All right, guys. Sorry that took so long. But if you go to my Twitch now and you go to my tipping page, I put a special Elon dollar bill for you guys on both my streams, actually. I was going to do that and I totally forgot about it. Might as well do it now. All right, guys. We're going to take a small break and then we're going to come back and actually do our flight as intended. But yeah, it's been an hour so far. We're not even in the air. So we'll come back in about 5 minutes and we'll knock this out. Thank you guys for your patience, though. I truly, truly appreciate it. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about this. I know you're probably thinking, God, I don't want to watch this guy sit here and take breaks and have technical problems. So what we're going to do is really quickly load back in our flight plan, and we're going to make sure that this mod works first, and then we'll set everything else up. Let's make sure we still have it loaded in the toolbar. Yes, we do. Okay. Standing by for Flight Simulator. Okay. Now this app, let's kind of talk about this for a moment. It's pretty controversial. It just released 2 weeks ago, I think. It was mid-October when it released, so it just came out. It's pretty new. It's a pretty expensive app. It's $40, $42, plus tax, I think. So, I mean, relatively expensive because the game itself is only $60, right? So when you buy a mod and you spend that much money, you kind of want to get something out of it. So, what this app claims, let's make sure it works. Oh no, what? Guys, no. No, I did start the... What are you talking about? Why are you standing by? Guys, oh my goodness. We're gonna have to restart the Steam Deck. I don't know what else to do to get this application to work. It was working yesterday because I did a test really quick. They just released an update. In fact, this is a perfect time to talk about this. So, again, this app is relatively new. This isn't an older app like some of the others that I have. This just came out 2 weeks ago. And what it claims to do is twofold. So it claims to give you METAR data and as well as arrival weather data live and from real weather. Not only that, but it will, which that in itself is controversial. So, and let me explain why. Initially, this app was developed for X-Plane, and X-Plane doesn't have any METAR data. It doesn't have anything like that. So it was actually a good app for X-Plane. Flight Sim actually has this stuff built in. I feel like Microsoft Flight Simulator not only is it the most popular sim out there, but I feel like it's one of the most polished, probably because it has a billion-dollar team of developers working on it versus some of these other smaller companies like P3D or X-Plane. But it's a more polished app. But it comes with METAR data built in, so you can click on weather, live weather, and you can get METAR data for your airport. I don't think you can get, well, you can't get historical data, and it probably only updates every 30 minutes, just like real life. And, well, that's the limitations. I've tried it, I've used it, and it does pull up local airport information, but you can get that from ATIS, honestly. And so, sorry, I'm trying to multitask. It pulls up local airport or the local airport that you're at, but no near airports, no airports close by. And I'm not sure if you can pull up airports on the fly, like if you're at cruise and you're wanting to check weather information for your arrival airport. I don't know if it would work with that. However, this app does work with all that, and you can pull up any airport you want at any time, get active on the fly information. But not only does it do that, it actually alters the weather in the actual application itself. Now, again, this is a wonderful thing for X-Plane, because X-Plane doesn't have this stuff native to it. But from Flight Simulator, Flight Simulator itself does a pretty good job of interpreting that METAR data into graphical data. So it takes that METAR data from the weather, from the airport, and for example, if it says scattered clouds at 1,500 feet, it will try to manipulate that to give you scattered clouds at 1,500 feet. This XEnviro app that I purchased is supposed to do even better. It's supposed to refine the weather even better to where it truly is like a scattered cloud situation in real life that you would experience if you were flying. They have some screenshots on their website of what they're talking about and how their altered weather looks different than the native weather on Flight Sim. It's arguable. You'll see a lot of people online complaining about it, saying that they're trying to scam Flight Sim people, and this is a scam product, just trying to give me or a money grab kind of situation. Very controversial. It's kind of one of the most controversial things I think I've seen. But from what I've experienced of it so far, it's a great app, and it's a great add-on, and it's worth that $40. So not only does it give you the METAR data, not only does it give you arrival data, not only does it give you historical data with time intervals that you can change up to every 5 minutes, which again is refreshing faster than airports do in real life. But it also alters the weather in the simulator to a more realistic scenario, and it does a pretty good job of that. So not only does it do that, and I'll try to show you guys when we start to get up in the air, but it actually gives you turbulence in a realistic manner. So when you look on the outside of the plane, you will see the wings start to bend more like they do in real life. You'll see the rudder start to actually take some stress on it like it does in real life during climb. Inside the cockpit, and I can't wait to show you guys this, inside the cockpit will actually shake and drop at times like it does in real life, because it's not just a smooth climb all the time. There's wind that you're dealing with outside, and it's not always. That's why pilots try to avoid bad weather and things like that. So I think the app, for all the hate that it gets online, I think it's worth $40. And I'm not getting sponsored by this developer in any way, but I really want to highlight why I feel like it's worth $40 during this stream. So we did have this in XEnviro installed, and it was working last stream, but I didn't bring it up because I was still, in a way, testing it myself. But I want to highlight this, guys, today, especially on a nice sunny day like this, because we're going to be flying into darkness. So it's going to get darker as we progress in the flight. But from the takeoff airport or the departure airport, it's going to be bright and sunny, nice skies, nice weather. And I want to show you guys the METAR report that we get from this XEnviro. I want to show you guys what Flight Sim's METAR reads. We're going to look at comparison between the two. We're going to interpret the weather data. And then as we climb, we're going to look and check and see if the weather or the actual weather in the sim is accurate to what the METAR data said. And we're going to show you guys the turbulence that you get with this app. In fact, I've been sitting here talking and I haven't been progressing with restarting this computer. So while I still have this computer on, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can pull this app up. at least the settings. So these are some of the settings for this app. You can set a minimum ceiling, maximum surface wind. You can set maximum turbulence. What I've done is set this to real mode. You have some options here, but I've set it to realistic. So pretty much, and you can also adjust the toolbar in Flight Sim, something that this thing has nothing to do with. I mean, it's an option in the toolbar, but this will actually set the entire toolbar, adjust it to visible or transparent, and make it different sizes, which I actually like this. You can reduce the surface crosswind, thunderstorms, wind shear, all this stuff, and it's actually kind of nice, guys. Not gonna lie. And just to kind of give you a real generic kind of rundown of what it can do. So here's the app itself. This is what it's going to look like in the sim as well. It's pretty basic. But we go to, where were we taking off from? LAX. And we can do a search. And it will pull up all the information for that airport. It's not going to do it now because I've shut the sim off, so I don't have the sim on. But when the sim is running and it's connected, it'll bring up all the information. So again, give me just a moment, guys. I want to restart the computer here. Not the streaming computer, but my Steam Deck. And hopefully when I come back, I will show you guys what I'm talking about. So hang tight for just a moment. Now, if you are in the Discord, which I know you're not, because I don't think I saw anyone in there, you are going to get kicked out because we're restarting the Steam Deck, but hang tight, guys. We'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stick around, so. You may start to hear some on the guys. You know what? I've got to restart this computer too. So we're just going to cancel this stream. I'll see if I can delete it. And then we will start a new stream. So sorry about this, guys. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and restart. We'll be back though.